All right, what's cracking, people? Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This right here, man. We got a special guest today, man. My boy, Sergeant J.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up?
What's up, man? Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by the studio, man.
Appreciate you for having me.
Oh, yeah, man. Man, what's been going on with you lately, man?
Man, just been working, trying to get it in, man.
Oh, that's what's up. So, man, we was going back. We was talking earlier, man, about how this music thing is. Man, I've always heard your stuff. I've always heard your production, but somehow we was just always like missing each other somehow throughout everything. So, man, let's go back a little bit. So you know what I'm saying, like, where did you get the inspiration from when it come to your music? Where you start? How you start off?
I started off rapping first. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Like I'm trying to be like my big brother, rapping. But I had a little Kid Money had asked me to be a part of his clique called PBN at the time. And he was making the beats and stuff at first, and he had he made one beat in particular, and I was like, this hard, like where you get the beat from? He said he made it, and I'm like, can you show me how to do that? And then he showed me FL and stuff, and then he just showed me how to do the basic pattern layout in FL back then, and then I just started looking up stuff from then and just started creating.
Yeah, it took off from there. See, I make beats too, so I kind of, when I was coming from the era where you had to originally do that, over time, technology and stuff done evolved. Now, you know what I mean, it's a lot easier to do certain things. And so, so when it came to so you kind of fell in love with the whole concept or whatnot.
Yeah, because I at first I didn't even know you could like make beats like on a computer and stuff. Like I thought you had to be like in the studio and stuff, like on equipment like this.
Yeah.
Or I didn't even know about that. So I was thinking it was like the big SSL boards.
Right.
I thought that was what people made beats on back then. But you do run your stuff through it. But
Yeah.
like I thought that was a requirement. So I never even knew nothing what a producer was or nothing. So I just dry found out like off of hearing a beat I like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know my brother produced, like my older brother. Like I just thought he rapped, and stuff. I didn't know he was making some of them beats too.
Oh, yeah. So Sarge, that's your older brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, shout out
Yeah,
to
Sergeant B. Yeah, shout out to
Sergeant B,
him.
man.
The OG GOAT.
Yeah, for sure. So you saw him rapping and stuff like that. It's crazy because when I came to the Liberty Islo area, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was this one dude, you know what I'm saying? He had to, man, Sarge, man, he really done put a lot of, because, I mean, he was making the covers on the CDs. He was, I mean, man, dude, when I seen Sarge, I was just like, man, I gotta step my game up, because this dude is really out here. I mean, he doing it for real. And so, man, I've always kind of heard your music and stuff from the background. So, where your first beat come from? Just like,
My first beat, I ain't gonna lie, it probably sucked, like
Yeah.
terrible. Like I even remember like trying to show my brother some of my beats and he was like, that sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he was real, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
so I was rapping on, trying to rap on my stuff at first because I thought I was a rapper or whatever. you
Yeah.
know? So but yeah, the beat, I don't even know what it sounded like. But my first song that I remember was In My Zone by PJ. Yeah. Young Peter Prince at the time.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So he was the first person that even believed in my beats or like enough to hop on it,
Man, that's what's up. I was thinking, I don't even remember my first beat either, man. But I'm gonna tell you this: when I first learned the FL Studio Wave, I was like, I thought everything I was putting out was. I'm like, yeah, this hard. To me, it was, and then now I go back. I kept some of my old beats, but now I go back and I look at it and I be like, ah, man, it's a whole lot I did wrong right here. But at the time, you be thinking that really be rocking. So, what what was that moment in you like? What's your background like? What the name Sergeant? Where the sergeant's name come
I
from?
mean, it came from my brother. Of course, he gave it to me in like third grade, like because I wanted a name, and I was like, uh, we was just going through a whole bunch of stuff, and then he just gave me Sergeant J. You know what I'm saying? But it came originally because my dad was in the military, in the Air Force, and he was Sergeant Blackwell, so he was Sergeant B. You know what I'm saying? That's the original Sergeant B.
Oh, that's what's up. Dang, I ain't even know that. So Master P's story kind of similar to that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, no, we definitely my brother, that's some of my brother favorite artists, No Limit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's definitely from that as well.
Yeah, cause now that you say that, they kind of had the same similar story. Man, y'all, I always admired the Black Whales, man. All y'all doing something, man. All y'all doing something. Shout out to Mama and them. Shout
Oh
out to
yeah.
Mama. You know what I'm saying? I always be pulling up on her whenever I can. I told her, man, treat me like Sarge when you
Nah, for real.
when you give me a plate, man. Treat me like Sarge when you give mine. But she be hooking me up though. So, what was that moment for you? Like, you know what I mean? Like in the industry. So we talking about the industry. What was that moment for you when you started like getting to the industry for real?
Like the industry or like the local industry. Like
Well, yeah, we can go into both. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I know it'd be like a step process, right? So you started off in the local industry first, and
yeah. So like I said, Young P, that was the first song. It kind of did something, I was proud of it and I was happy. And then I guess you could say Booming was really like the first industry type thing that I had out here,
booming.
Yeah.
So
Mike Archie.
that was your beat.
Yeah, that's my beat.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, that was hard. Man, he was rocking out the club with that.
Yeah.
You could do that everywhere. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that we've been hearing and we didn't even really know. It was your production. It was your beat. So dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that, and then even the story with that is crazy because like that kind of was a remake because Young PJ originally had made the beat and then I had remade it and changed it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's what's up. So when it dealing with the local industry and a lot of the local rappers and stuff like that, where was that? Where at what point did like you start getting like to a point where like major like I heard you say on one interview that you was making beats in Beat King Studio.
Yeah, yeah.
So how did that come about?
My big brother, he had one day B King had like road trouble. He had car trouble on the side of the road in like Linden or something.
Yeah.
And then my brother, like, he called him, he just called a DJ that he knew or somebody he knew in this area because, he ain't know many people out
Right.
there. So he hit my brother up and then my brother went and got him, like, and picked him up, brought him out here. You know what I'm saying? So then, he's staying over at my brother's house. Then I go over there and to meet him and stuff and play him some beats. And then he like, oh, this dude hard. Like I got a picture I can send you too, so you can
Okay.
put on there
Yeah.
from that same day.
Right.
He like, I'm playing him some beats on a PS3 on my older brother PS3. We in Nash.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So he like, this little dude hard, you know what I'm saying? Send me some beats and stuff. I gave him some then, and then he went and he hit me up later on Facebook, and I hit him up later on Facebook, and then he hit me back and told him to send him some more. So yeah, I sent him some.
Oh, dang, that's what's up, man.
R.I.P. B King, for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like,
R.I.P.
Without him, my career wouldn't be nowhere near where it's at. You know what I'm saying? For sure, my big brother, but him too though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. R.I.P. to B King, man, for sure. So when you so that's kind of how you got that. That's kind of how you got that step into the. That's funny. God work in mysterious ways, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you said he had car trouble, but even in the midst of that car trouble basically was a stepping stone for you.
Yeah, it
You know what I'm
was.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny the way God do stuff. A lot of times we be thinking that in trouble situations, man, it really be a setup for something good.
Every time.
Right. So from that point on, like, how did you, one of your, what's that top hit you got? The one that busted.
Yeah, busted. Yeah, that's the only hit I got. Well, I had regional stuff, but that's my only hit. To this day.
I was looking at it last night, man. It's got 74 million views on YouTube. So how did you come up with that?
Man, that's what I'm saying. So that's literally me capturing the moment. Like I went to school at A&M Commerce in Commerce, Texas, and like we was at a party. DJ Sammy B was DJing, and he had mixed that part with Throw That A in a Circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little runny.
Right.
Yeah, he mixed them together like in a certain way. And then like I kind of tried to capture that moment when I made that beat, like tried to put it in song form because it was so hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that really inspired that whole thing.
I was listening to Sarge mix the other day on live, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, doing that is really a unique thing because you actually making a beat.
Yeah.
Because if you because some what I've learned when I've listened to music, something was good here and something was good there. And then when you bring them together, you be like, oh, you got a whole nother situation going
I mean,
on.
that's what rap started with. You know what I'm saying? Like it started with a DJ at a party with 2 records looping a break beat, you know what I'm saying, of a song. You know what I'm saying? And then you got an MC coming up, just turning the party up. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Right.
basis of rap. That's the foundation of rap. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
So you just carrying that over, it's gonna work because it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's in there. That's the bare bones of rap. Like that's what started it.
You right, because it made me think about even with Dr. Dre and NWA, when Ice Cube went up to rap, that's what Dr. Dre was doing. He was taking old records and he was like mixing them to a point where it created an instrumental, and then he basically freestyled to it,
Yep.
and that rocked out like that. So that do make sense of how they go, how they went like that. So man. So what you been working on here lately? I see Smoothie
Yep.
just dropped the album.
Yeah,
And,
that's really what I've been working on. Like we working with Smoothie trying to, you know what I'm saying, take this stuff to the next level. Like, we just dropped that, but we working on a new tape, like from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Like how we used to do.
Right.
like really working from
Right.
scratch, you know what I'm saying? Building up a new sound, we really working on that now.
You know what I was thinking about today, even with the music industry, um, as time has evolved and the technology has changed, you know, for me, when some of the best music was out, it needed some of the technology that we have now. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember back in the day, you know what I'm saying, it was like if you didn't have a CD, you didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube wasn't even out. None of that was out really. Back in 2000, it was just kind of, you know what I'm saying, getting the surface. And it used to take you all day to upload to YouTube.
But you was more creative though back then, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's a certain rawness that comes with the way people used to have to make music, you know what I'm saying? And it's a soul in the music, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's kind of starting to get kind of soulless cuz it's so formulaic, you know what I'm saying? So
I
it kind of
agree.
take the soul out of it. Going back to what I was saying with how it started. Like that's not, it's not the in that. It ain't in that hip hop essence, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the way it's kind of getting like poppy, kind of like other genres, you know what I'm saying? Because of business, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that because before the technology, you really had to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like you really had to put in work for real. Like you really had to know it. But these at these times, you really need that in you. You
yeah,
really need that in you because see now so much technology done developed. Now it's more or less like a click of a button now, versus like that. To me, when it come to making music, and I know you can attest to this, man, it's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's what you feel inside. It's a real true feeling. You got you got thoughts, you got a hunger, you got a vision in what you're doing. And when it's just a click of a button, it kind of takes that away to me. You know what I'm saying? So like you right, going back to that old era, like so that's kind of what you've been doing, going back to the roots in that old era.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I'm trying to perfect it, but I'm trying to apply just that that approach to using the new equipment and stuff.
Right.
Like so.
Yeah, because we was discussing some stuff and you was telling me about this and that, and I'm like, man, I used to do all this the hard way. I would partially make the beat a little bit, then I would pull it up in another program, then I would play two, and then take that track, put it back on there, and I mean, I did it. I've been doing it all the hard way on some stuff, but that's my passion for it. It's it's crazy that we didn't end up linking up way before now because you seeing a lot of stuff that I do and
Yeah,
I'm
for
hearing
sure.
we've been hearing each other, but we just been missing each other,
Yeah.
man. So I definitely appreciate you for coming by and all that. So so with the industry and stuff now, so um, what your plans are? You just gonna keep on.
I mean, I'm like I said, like I'm really just trying to work out of here and just catapult somebody from here. Cause when I came here, I mean, growing up, like it wasn't really nobody paying attention to Texarkana. You know what I'm saying? So it's finally a time where people are, wanting to hear the stories that come out of here and wanting to pay attention to the people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it used to not be like that. Like, cause if it was, it's plenty of people that done had hits, you know what I'm saying, over the time, but nobody was paying attention to Texarkana to even pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Even with the podcast studio, I'm seeing it all over the world, and I'm like, people have to fly or travel a long way just to get on a professional podcast. So what I did, I was like, man, that's something that I know. That's something I know to do. So I just been putting in work and grinding and putting together my own podcast studio. So I'm basically doing the same thing, creating a vehicle. Like, okay, well, you ain't gotta go here or way over here, man. We got it right here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely trying to get back. I'm getting in the mix of creating that old and trying to bring light to, cause it's a lot of important stuff, and it's a lot of key factors that a lot of people missing. You know what I mean? Rather if you, I know you probably know, but man, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of famous people that then came out of here, and nobody even knew they was from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, and I'm glad you.
Yeah, famous, but it's like, in the music industry though, like, cause
Right.
I mean Nook, you know what I'm saying? Like Nook had the biggest record out of here. Well, Willie B
Will it be?
with the Take Me to Jail.
Yeah,
Yeah, Take Me to Jail. That and but yeah, them two. I mean Southside Reggie. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
like, it's big people, but it wasn't like at that bigger level. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the big level, the major level, to where everybody looking like, oh, this Texarkana, I want to hear more people from there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't never really had that.
It's crazy because even with Knucklehead, shout out to Knucklehead, man. Even with him, I didn't even know, dude. I followed his beats,
Yeah.
his production. When all the mixtapes and stuff was coming out, I'm like, man, this dude here, raw, whoever this is. But then later on, certain connections started linking, and then, cause see what it was, man, I was going down to the Big Easy on open mic night. You know what I'm saying? And people coming in there freestyling and stuff, and I'm like, so like, a lot of people started talking about Knucklehead, and I'm like, so I'm listening to the music, and I'm like, oh, he's from here? Like, so I didn't even know that. I was a fan of what he was doing before. Like, even with you. Like, I've been a fan of your production for the longest. But then it's like, oh, that's Sergeant J? Oh, okay. I never even knew that. But I'm rocking with, so it go back to what we was talking about. That for some reason, when you got that hunger in what you're doing, it's felt everywhere. You know what I mean? People can feel what you're doing. They can feel it. And when you got that hunger, it's just felt all over the place. So
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, like that. I mean, going back to what you were saying, like Nook, like I remember like his beats, him and Ill for sure. Like growing up, my brother always used their beats and stuff. Him, Ill, and Gi. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So them was big, inspirations for me as far as production wise. Like, but I remember when I Love This came out, like I remember being in high school, like we in the room, we in the cafeteria. I'm telling everybody like this dude from Texarkana, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm making sure everybody know like this dude is from TK, like
Right.
he's from here.
right. That's crazy because even when they came out, my kids was listening to it all the time. I'm like, hey, I know him. He you know what I'm saying? Like he from here. You know what I'm saying? And like they looking like they didn't understand, but they really liking the rocking with. So I'm like, hey, yeah, they from here. And then even with you, I'm like, hey, he from here. That's Sergeant J, that's Sergeant B, little brother. Like that come out of Texarkana, right? They like, oh well, we didn't even know. So they listening to this stuff, and They don't even be knowing. Like, so I'm like,
The
yeah,
thing, the
man.
thing with producers, we be more ducked off. You know what I'm saying? Because it take a lot of time to do this type of stuff. Like, you know, and I've been doing it growing up, so there's a lot of stuff I wasn't doing. You know, like when people was out having fun and stuff, I literally was at the house making beats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to get to where I'm at now. You know.
That's one of the most important reasons why I wanted you on the podcast. Cause I'm like, little do you know, little do a lot of people know, a lot of this stuff y'all listening to come from this guy. You know, it's just like you said, from a producer. And see me, I'm always a production and a producer type level. So a lot of times you looking at work I done did, but you don't actually see me. Cause you know what I'm saying, I'm doing photos, I'm doing videos, I done shot videos for people, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I created this beat, like 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 most of us do, like you do, and people are in tune with the final product, but you don't realize like how all of this was developed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, minute, you know, that's the, like I said, I didn't even know much about production when I was coming up. You know, it wasn't as famous as it is today. You know, like people like know Metro and stuff now, you know, and Mike
Yeah.
Will made it and them, you know, and you know, more and more producers are like stepping out and becoming more prevalent. But when I came up and what made me, you know, want to do it wasn't that. You know, I never wanted to be famous or anything. I always wanted to be well, I'm not famous, but you know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to be in the background more and not be, you know,
right.
prevalent.
Right. Man, you are famous, man. I guess, I mean, I get what you're saying when
Yeah,
you
I'm
say
not
that. Though.
famous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But cause that's what I'm saying. Like back then, you know, people wasn't even paying attention to producers at all. Like
Right.
now, but now they kind of know what we do and
Yeah.
you know, and pay attention to it more.
Right. You're exactly right. I was listening to one of Erica Banks' interviews. She was on the 85 South show, and she was talking about you on there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, boy, this Joker making his way. He making his way through the industry. So eyes on you. You know what I mean? Eyes on you. And then Smoothie, new project. I see majority of them tracks on that new project you got came from you. So and
Yeah,
people
we did that in the pandemic.
in the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Dang. So y'all, man, you done put y'all boys been putting in work, man.
Yeah, we got like 200 songs put up. Like we got a lot of music like already, but now we, you know, letting it fly out now. It's like we just finna keep dropping.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Shoot, I like that. Shoot, how can so how do you do with your beats, dude? If people need beats from you, what you got email or
Yeah, I mean you can hit me on Instagram or Facebook. Hit me Sergeant J903 on Instagram and Jeremy Blackwell on Facebook. But yeah, but with me, you know, my process, I really be I prefer to work in the studio. So, you know, I'm not one to really send beats because I like to like, you know, lay it out like with the artist, you know, and create a real product.
right? I've learned that too, because I've had people say, send me beats, and I'm thinking, well, I have all different type of styles. You know, I need to kind of get an idea of, you know what I mean? Because, and it's just like you said, it definitely is better that way because sometimes they'll want something that you probably didn't think fit them, and then next thing you know, it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen that happen a lot too. So yeah, I'm getting back in that. I'm getting in that era of. See, I had a lot of beats. I got a lot of beats, but I just didn't understand the industry really. So I never did put nothing out. I just was making it and holding on to it, and I'm like, I just felt like at that right moment, you know what I'm saying, something, you know, something will buzz, and it seemed like it's kind of coming together now, because it's like even through everything that's going on, I'm like, man, okay, really it's coming together. Because at first I didn't do this. First I didn't have no podcast studio, and I'm like, so what I did was, man, I just took the time and said, you know what, I'm going to put time into me, and I'm going to just do what I know to do, and I'm going to do the best at it I can. And I'd rather lose like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was basically like, I'm going to take a chance on myself. If I'm going to lose like this.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to even like what I'm doing now, like taking that approach, like taking a step back and trying to create from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather, like you said, lose authentically
Yeah.
than, the other way.
Exactly, because sometimes when this is what I've learned, with most people, a lot of people losing without even trying. It's like, and then this one thing I learned too, man, being impatient. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I ain't gonna lie, when I first jumped into podcasting, I'm like, okay, I'm finna get the biggest people on podcast. I'm gonna get them coming on mine. I'm going straight to the top. Man, I got soon as I jumped out. You know what I'm saying? But it was like God was trying to show me, like, you know what I'm saying? When you climbing this ladder, you just can't jump and skip steps. There's important things that you gonna learn throughout the time that you didn't know at first. But it's funny that through hardship that we learn the most valuable lessons.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying? I said the other day, man, I appreciate you be following a lot of stuff I be doing too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like yesterday I was literally watching your live. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really just be doing interviews like that, but
Right.
you somebody I want to come talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
that's what's
just
up.
off the type of person you is, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Man, and what I do, I just try to be, I'm just authentic. I'm just honest. I'm just real. And the thing is, I've tried to fake at certain points. I tried to pretend at certain points. And I was still taking the L. So it's kind of like what we just said. I'm like, you know what, man? If I'm going to take a L, I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to be me, original. Like, I ain't going to try to do what nobody else did. I'm going to be in my own lane doing it. And so, man, that's why I say so much stuff that I say, because it's like, really, it's good. I ain't going to lie. It's good, genuine people out here, but a lot of them misguided. And what I be doing is I be like, you know what? Somebody just need to tell them. So it's like, believe it or not, on Facebook and social media is a totally different wave from in real life. Cause on social media, people be looking at my podcast and stuff. They be like, sometimes you get the negativity, but in real life, when I'm out and people see me, they respect me. They be like, man, I like what you're saying. Some of them don't want to go on there and comment because of certain things they dealing with. They don't want to be judged by agreeing, which they didn't actually told me that.
Yeah.
But they basically be like, look, I like what you're saying, but I can't agree. I can't say nothing on Facebook because I got this business and I don't want people to stop buying from me and stuff like that. So they don't want to get in the mix of, because you're going to have negativity. You're going to have people that don't agree. It's just a part of life. But I try my best to be honest. Man, I'm just sitting up here talking, man. What you got to talk about, man?
Man, just you can do it too. So don't hate. Don't ever hate. You can do it too. You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to understand that it can be you too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody start from the same part, you know, everybody start from the same place. Everybody start as a beginner. And you know what I'm saying? People told me my stuff sucked at first. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? But it made me go harder. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
just got to take it. And some people be scared to get that first. That suck. You know what I'm saying? And it holds you back because you'll never go hard because you don't know your stuff suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never been nobody that if my stuff, if you don't like my stuff, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm going to work harder after that. You know, it's just like that. So don't hate, you know what I'm saying? You know, because you see somebody doing something, just know it can be you too.
Yeah. You said something important that I definitely want to dive in real quick. And that's probably the hardest starting point is when you've done as much as you know, and to you, you think, oh, this it.
Yeah.
And then somebody tell you like, nah, bruh,
Yeah.
nah.
But that's how you know when somebody care about you and they want you to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
if
thank you.
they'll say that, you know what I'm saying? That's the people you need around you. You don't need no yes men that let you, you know, fall off or whatever. Let you be sorry, you know,
Right.
without saying nothing.
Right. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. That's the point I be trying to make with who I am. Sometimes people will misunderstand me. They think, man, you judge and you this, you that. No, I'm not judging you. I'm telling you, like, from an outside perspective, as a regular individual, that ain't a goal. I wouldn't do it. It didn't catch me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's really hard with people because when you tell somebody, oh,
They gonna hate you. Well, a fool will hate you. A fool will hate you. You know what I'm saying? For them type of words.
I
But
like that.
somebody that's trying to learn and be better will love you. They gonna appreciate that every time. They will never. Only a fool will hate that.
And I heard you say, even with your brother, you said sometimes you bring stuff to him, he be like, nah, that suck.
Yeah, I mean, this just one time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It wasn't like multiple times. This was just one time.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, I went back and started working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, it's just stuff like that. But for him to even say that, like, he could have just been like, oh, that's good. You know what I'm saying? And I'll still be making beats like that to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would have never learned until somebody would have said, that sucked. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I see a lot of people, and you're right. Really, it will wake up something. So when people say that, you know, take it as a learning experience. And because I've had people come to me and be like, man, woo-de-woo, boom, 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 boom. They bring it, and I be like, you really want me to tell you this good, but it's not. And and sometimes people take that the wrong way. And I be like, look, it's like you said, man, I love you enough to tell you, bruh, this is my honest opinion about this. This is good or it ain't. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And you know what I've learned in life? And people be saying they keep it 100, keep it real.
Yeah, nah, and can't handle it.
Exactly.
They want the truth, but can't handle the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People be saying, I want somebody to keep it 100. Are you sure?
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, exactly. If you really want somebody to keep it 100, let me tell you something. It's going to be some hurtful things in there because you're going to think you right. And a lot of times, people don't even realize this. God have it set up a certain way because, see, man, sometimes you be like, I want somebody to keep it 100 with me, but this is the thing. If you already feel like you're right, what you need somebody for then? Like somebody coming to tell you, they look, this what you did, that ain't it. And you got to have the heart to realize, okay, remember you asked for this. So now, if they telling you this, don't necessarily take it to heart. Take it as a point where, okay, now I see. Because one thing I've learned in life, you don't really see what you're doing wrong sometimes. It takes certain people to be in your life where you be like, okay, dang, I didn't see this before. I had to do that with my wife, for an example. You know, my wife wanted to run her own business. She wanted to be in business. And I was looking at different things, and I'm like, man, you really can cook. You can cook. And I'm like, you can't do this, though. You got to do it this way. And at first, it's like people will build a shell around themselves, and you got to slowly crack it loose. And after so long, you look back, you be like, dang, I'm glad you told me this, because
Yeah.
I never would have did this at first. So that's one thing that I had to learn, even with me. You know, you got to listen to people sometime, through the good and the bad. You know, people was telling me that watch my videos, man, you ought to do a podcast, you this, you that. But I'm going to tell you what hurt. See, the devil get busy too. You have to realize this. I'm going to tell you what hurt. When you really start making real changes, sometimes them people around you, the people around you be like, I wouldn't do this. Okay, I know you wouldn't. That's why you ain't went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, you got to be careful sometimes who you listening to, because most of the time, people, if a person this is the way I say it, and people can say I'm being judgmental all they want, but this is the way I look at it. Most of the time in life, somebody with the worst circumstance will be telling you what you should be doing. And then it's like, okay, if you right, why didn't you do this for yourself? You fall into situations like that a lot. Like I said this the other day. When people, when it seem like they doing better than you, they don't see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've experienced it a lot. When it seems like a person doing better than you, they don't see you. They ain't worried about you. Hey, I ain't taking no time with you. You fend for yourself.
Yeah.
But then somehow you end up making it past them. Then at that point, this is what people do. Oh, you ain't doing nothing for your people. You ain't trying to help your people. You ain't trying to help me. But you the same one that was with me in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
You know, it's a certain responsibility. It's a real I can't talk. It's a certain responsibility that come with that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta still, you know, help. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta do that. Cause now you understand, because you came from that spot, from the bottom. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? So they can't even see it. So you can't even blame them for that. You know what I'm saying? So
you know, and you absolutely right. Because sometimes when you get done like that, sometimes you will start developing a characteristic inside of you that's really gonna set you up for failure.
yeah, it'll hurt you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though somebody might have done you like that, you gotta be like, you can't repeat it with the same thing they did.
Cause that make them right. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't, you know, if you doing that, then it never was wrong to you for them to do you like that. You know?
Right.
So you gotta be the change, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta be what you want. I always wanted opportunities out here, so I'm trying to make sure it's opportunities for young people that's like me. You know what I'm saying? It's another young dude making beats that's like 12 or something. You know what I'm saying? Right now in Texarkana from LE. You know what I'm saying? Probably. So like for that person, you know, I want them to have the opportunity, so when they making hits, if they make a hit right now, you know what I'm saying, they can take it to somebody, you know what I'm saying, or you know, or whatever, or somebody will actually care. You know,
exactly. Man, to be honest, I'm gonna try my best to pull this off. But my daughter, she go to LA right now. Matter of fact, Her and Amaya, best friends.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah.
So check this out. What they don't know, I'm finna put her out here. What they don't know, her name Kimaria.
Oh, yeah, she on the drum line. She on the
Yeah.
drum line. Oh, yeah.
Kimaria, that's my daughter. So check this out. What they don't know about Kimaria is she can recite almost everybody lyrics word for word. She do it all day, every day. And I was like, man, boy, if I could just get her on a beat. You know what I'm saying? I know that'll hit.
Yeah.
Cause she can rap. But on the spot, she won't do it. What I used to do when she rapping in the house, I come through there with that camera, I put it on her, and I be like, yeah, she going. Without no hesitation, she going. I'm like, yeah, she got it. I'm like, I told her one day, I said, I gotta get you on a beat. If I get you on a beat and put you on a video, you know how viral that will be at your school? You know how
Yeah, it
you'll
would.
blow up?
It would.
I'm gonna get her one day, watch. I'm gonna get her, you gonna see. But yeah, but it's like you said, some of these, it's somebody out here right now making beats. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a good way to look at it because you come from that era
Yeah, I
where
do.
you was just making beats. People was hearing, you was doing it, and then some was hearing it. And it's like, look where it got you. It really, after so much work. So we trying to inspire the same, you inspiring the other young people as well that was at that point where you was at to, hey, keep going, keep doing it because you never know where it could end up at. So,
Yep.
yeah. So, yeah, man, I like that. Yeah, man, that's a good story there. Yeah, man. So, you do you still live in Houston?
Nah, I don't. I stay out here now.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Yeah, I know you had man. So y'all doing the collaboration studios over there. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all, man. That was a unique project. That was I saw Sarge talking about it, man. Sarge, y'all, man, y'all really done put in a lot of work. I got mad respect for you and Sergeant B, just the Blackwell family, man. Y'all putting in a lot of work in the city, in the community, you know what I'm saying? And it's highly respected. Man, y'all I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you coming by too, cause you know what? Y'all I don't see y'all just everywhere doing everything. No. I kind of notice y'all kind of locked in with each other, like like it's some decency and some order with how y'all rock. I like that though. You know what I'm saying? Cause man,
it's just natural though. Like it's like I'm still doing the same stuff I was doing. Like before, I wasn't just out everywhere. Like when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to gloat or like put, not trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cause I only got one hit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I need to be in the studio trying to work on the second one or the third one. You know what I'm saying? Like so I can get to the third one.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. All that's coming. I see that coming. That's why I'm glad you blessed me by stopping through here, man, because I see it all as a vision. One thing I did when I started this podcast, I said, I prayed and I said, God, I don't know who's supposed to be here. I don't know who I'm supposed to try to get on. What I'm going to do is allow you to do it because you know where I need to be. You know what I need to go through. And I'm just going to put it in your hands. And it's like certain situations, certain things happening where it's just falling in place. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking last night when you messaged me, I was actually at work. I'm still working a full-time job. So I was thinking when we were messaging each other, I said, you know what? This one thing, I always wrap it all the way back to God. This is one thing you got to realize. understand this. When you ask God for something, remember what you asked. Because see, sometimes, a lot of times, God will do it, but our problem is we thought it was gonna come easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We thought like, oh, it was just gonna fall in place. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be good. And I was thinking about that last night. I was like, cause at first I would only do interviews on Wednesday and Thursday, cause they were my off days. And I was like, and then it was like God was showing me last night, like, no, if you really want to get up, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't push it where you want to be. You got to show me that you really trying to do this for real. So I say, you know what? From now on, I'm doing them every day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever day I can do them, that's the day I'm doing them. Because it's like God provide the opportunity and people want to hear the story. And you know what? People get in tune. They watch these videos and stuff. They in tune. They want to know. They understanding the culture. They understanding how stuff work. That's where we at now. You know what I'm saying? I watch videos all the time while I'm driving. So that's where we at. So, you know, I want to shed light on the people that's doing something, the people that I respect. Now, don't get me wrong. It be a lot of people just wanting to just come on, but I'm like, okay, you gotta be realistic. Like it was one dude, I can't even say, boy, I'm just like, look, you're in a hard place right now. It's gonna take a little more time, bro, because, you know, I don't want to do something that bring what I'm doing down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and sometimes it's hard for people to understand that. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you and everything for
Appreciate you.
coming through, man. Man, we gonna have to swap cars, man.
Yeah, nah, for real. With a smile on my face.
Yeah, man. You
know I'm a Mustang man,
Yeah.
bro. Everybody know that.
Yeah,
You know what
oh,
I'm saying? That was my first car, was a Mustang. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think was it white?
No, I had a black Mustang.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
Then I got a silver one when I went to college. But yeah, I done had I love Mustangs, man.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I don't even know if Sarge remember this, but back in school, man, he had this Eclipse. You know what I'm saying?
And I remember it too.
But when I came to y'all house one day, and this back when that Mr. Lucci Slab had just came out, that song, and I was at the house with Sarge, and he did something. I think he burnt the CD or something for him, and I was living in Sunset. So he gave me a ride home, and he was bumping that loud in that Eclipse, and I was like, man, I wonder if he remembered it that day. But
Yeah, he gonna have a system in there.
Oh yeah,
And
for
that was
sure.
one thing about him.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of respect for y'all, man, working together and being together. You know how that? Because I'm gonna tell you something. When it come down to stuff like that, sometimes I'm gonna be honest. I got brothers and sisters, but when it comes to a level like this, we just can't rock.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's
It's still something, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my brother, bro, I done fought both of my brothers plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like we fight each other out, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we get past that and we come together and do the business, you know what I'm saying? Like we not gonna always see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all families.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no family perfect.
right.
You know, so we all go through the same stuff, but we just fighting through it because we got to come and go. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we just doing this for the future.
Yeah, and it seemed on the outside it worked. It seemed like it's working together for y'all family and stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I said the Blackwell, cause man, y'all really come together and y'all support each other. I see your mom posting everything you do. Man, hey, you know what? I said this to your mama in a funny way one time on Facebook. I said, I said, man, I believe you'll fight for your boys. And, you know what I'm saying? She was like, believe it or not, I have.
Yeah, she will. She definitely will.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she do. She got y'all back. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see y'all got her back.
Yeah,
That's a
but no, it
beautiful thing.
started with my daddy though. Like my daddy was always telling us, you know, like stay together. Like that's one thing he always stressed was for us three brothers to stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what. So it started with him, you know, and we just carried that over because, like, you know, that's what he told us to do.
That's what's up. Man, shout out to Mr. Blackwell. You know what? Mr. Blackwell, man, he's a good man because when he was back in the day, when they had first came out, he used to drive the city bus.
Yep.
And man,
The T-line.
yeah, the
Yep.
T-line. So, man, one day I got on the bus with a speaker. You know what I'm saying? And I tripped and fell while I was getting on the bus. And he was driving the bus, right? So I got in the I don't know what it was, man, but evidently it was something that shined off me that caught him. Cause he was like, man, what's your name? And he was asking me, and I was telling him my name, and he was like, I was telling him what I did and stuff, and he was like, man, you ought to get with my son. You're talking about Sarge.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even know that was y'all dad. You know what I'm saying? But when he saw me, he was like, man, you ought to get with my son and with that stuff you do. And I was like, man, little did I know. Man, me and Sergeant B, we actually had classes together. And then when we was in school, he was rapping a lot then.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of rapping. So I was doing the beats on the desk while Sarge rapping. While we in class, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just a fun thing. We always had we ain't never had ill feelings toward each other, you know what I'm saying? And we both parents, you know. If something going on with the girls, he'll hit me up in a minute and I'll hit him up. So, you know, behind the scenes we fathers to our kids too, you know what I'm saying? So like it's just a beautiful thing how all of it transpired. But man, I know one thing, with Sarge, man, he used to he really had that. He's got that hunger for it, man. He pull up at my house with the backpack, pulling out the Omega mixer, back the little one that stand up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had that back then, the cake mold days. You know what I'm saying? But man, he was really into it, and like, you know, and I'm not saying he not now, but you know, he just always kind of showed me like, bro, you. And to see where y'all have gotten so far, you know what I mean? It just shows that all of that work wasn't in vain.
It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It inspired like a work ethic in me. You know what I'm saying? Like his work ethic.
Right.
Crazy. Like, and you know, that came, you know, my dad is the same way.
Right.
Like, I've only had examples of men that work hard, you know what I'm saying? Like they go after it every single day. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Them the only examples I had, and I took that, applied it, like even drums, you know what I'm saying? I got that from him. He the reason I want to play drums before I want to make any type of beats, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so that was always live to me, seeing him on the drum line and stuff and all that. And, you know, I worked as soon as I could get in band and stuff. I worked every single day playing drums, you know, like trying to get good. You know what I'm saying?
I see the kids doing the same thing. I see the kids doing the same thing.
That's on, boy, I could not be more proud of them, my niece and nephew. Like, they real drummers now.
Right.
Like, they are real deal drummers. Like, I got to work with them this summer. Your daughter, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's what's up.
but yeah, they real deal drummers now. Like, I see them playing out there, like, you know, it's this crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's
just
crazy
look,
to me.
When I look at that, I be like, man, it's crazy how it's like, it's coming all over again. It's like, man, that's what Sarge did. That's what I seen them do. And I like what you said about your dad being that example, that push. And I even with me, the times that I've met him, I could definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? Because you You know what I mean? It seemed like he had this vision.
Yeah, he did. He had a real deal vision, like for real,
You know,
for all of us.
right. And anytime to me, that I brought that story up even when I first met him, because it was like, obviously this man seen something in me that was like, okay, I think you should be in the circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it was saying to me. Like, okay, because as a man, you want somebody to be around your kids. That's really saying something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like when he saw me, it was something came off of me that said, "Hey, I think you'll be good around my son." So I'm like, man, that always stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And here he is. We both running the race. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we gonna get some collaboration, man.
Yeah, we
Me
finna
and
collab
you.
now.
Yeah, we collabing now, man. Me and you, we all of us, we finna collab and put it all together, because I'm realizing we all got something, and it's like, hey, Collaboration Studios, we all got something. You put that there, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a hit, cause man, hey, so man, I'm definitely appreciate you coming through here, man. You got anything else you want to plug or anything else you want to say?
Nah, y'all got my socials and stuff, so just hit me on there if you need production. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna send nothing out, so we're gonna have to get in the studio and create.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna have to say that same thing. I gotta do it the same way. Hey, you a humble guy, man. I appreciate you, man. You know, you a humble guy. Look, I ain't trying to, man. This dude.
I came from the like that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. Like I really came from way down. Like not, like my big brother was a star. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I started out as a fan. You know what I'm saying? A fan of the game, of the music, and the whole thing. So this was never nothing that, like, it's just an honor to be a part of it for me, to be able to do it. It's like same with drumming. It was always an honor to be able to play drums, like I never took it for granted. Like I don't see it how other people see it, like whatever for money or whatever, like
Right.
that's a real deal part of my life and like what I embody every day,
Right. I think you right. And you know what? That's what it take to make it. That's what it take to make it. When it's just a part of you, because I think that's one of the biggest things that people make the mistake on now, is that they looking at it like, okay, I want something. I want it now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you just want the money. No, it got to really be in your heart, because see, when it's in your heart, before you know it, you'll have the money. Like, because even like with my podcast studio, man, if you look at all this stuff, you'll be like, dang, bro, this cost a lot of. No, but really, it was in my heart. I never looked at it like, oh, this, that. I was just like, man, I love this so much that I just want to do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And when you got that in you, that's really how it get done.
Oh yeah, let me say this too. When I was in like 7th grade, my mama bought me she bought me a laptop at first to make it be something, but she invested in me like in a real setup when I was in 8th grade, I think. She bought me an iMac and some monitors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my mama invested in me, that helped a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Shout out to mama, you know what I'm saying? Dang. That's really big. That's big.
Yeah. It's a big part of it because, you know what I'm saying, like some people can't even get that. And, it kind of sets you back because you don't have the tools, you know what I'm saying? So they made sure I had the tools once I showed that I was, serious about this stuff. Like they really made sure I had the tools that I needed.
And you know what, man? It goes back to what we were saying earlier. When you got that opportunity, she could have took that money and just did something else.
Yep.
But it's like you took what God blessed you with and use that to try to help somebody else make it. That's what make you worthy. Like, you know what I mean? That's really what make you like. So people don't be looking at it like, people don't understand when you successful, it's not because you actually making money. It's because of what you planted all these years and stuff.
All the time that I was taking out, like not being on the scene, literally. Like
Right.
a lot of people was out playing and stuff, like playing basketball and stuff, like or whatever. Like I was not doing a lot of that. I was doing some of it, but I was working on my craft most of the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To get to where I'm at now, and people will see where we at now and stuff, and try to tear us down and stuff. But we started off just like you, so that's what I'm saying. So it could be, you can do it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude I have towards it. It can be you too. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing I done did or fun to do that you can't do too. You can. It just take discipline and just working towards it. You know what I'm saying? Not giving up.
Right.
Because there's plenty of times I want to give up too. Like it wasn't until like recent years or whatever. But I done felt like I wanted to give up too before. Because it wasn't working or something. You know what I'm saying? But you got to push on and push through it. Like, because that's the only way you get on the other side of it. You can't go backwards,
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I like that, man. Like that about you. And I can tell you got some good roots and everything. You got good things and planted in you, man. And I wish you the best. Furthermore, even in your career, I wish you prosperous and blessings on your life and whatever you have to deal with, that God give you the strength to go through those obstacles to accomplish your goals, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, most definitely. But, man, I definitely appreciate you stopping by the podcast, man. Don't let this be your last time stopping through, man. You definitely come back through and holler at me, man. So we got you. If y'all already got his plug and everything on the Facebook and social media and everything, but this right here, but what is it? Did it go? Is it gold? The busted?
Oh, it's platinum.
It's
It's really double platinum now. It
It's
just hit
double platinum.
300 million like a couple of days ago, but they ain't certified it yet. But it's double platinum.
You hear that? Double platinum. A double platinum producer in here with me, man. God bless you, man. Hey.
Thank you, bro. Thank
you for having me, man. Hey, appreciate you coming in, man. So this the Popcorn Podcast Show. We got Sergeant J. Peace out, y'all.